Easter Sunday. So I was a little late in taking a shower. Okay, my fault, you know. I wish that they would have waited for me though, because it would be so nice. Because I was looking forward to eating with them, and honestly, like since yesterday, I couldn't wait. I mean, I've built up to this for like 2 days. I eat, you know, the pound cake, the Nutella pound cake, because I didn't want it to eat it today. You know, I wanted to like make sure that I can eat it. I wanted to be ready so I could eat with everyone. You know, like everything. Like I was just looking forward to it so much, to just sit with my family and eat. I was just really looking forward to it. I was in such a peaceful and happy and good mood, even yesterday, even this morning, until I got out of the shower and I heard them eating the soup. That just like started it all kind of to go downhill, because I felt like it was ruined, because I wanted to like be with everyone and be at the same time and not be like separate. Then I said, okay, whatever. I got downstairs and the soup had herb, tarragon. They went outside and did the egg hunt. You know, another thing that built up the pressure in my like pressure cooker. And I realized, oh, where's my meat that my cousin made, especially for me? And it was in the microwave. And that really was painful. Like everything just amplified. Like it was so good. Like that. If she didn't put it in the microwave, that would have been just fine. Everything would have been fine, because I didn't need anything else. And what made it worse, of course, was my stepfather treating me, well, you're just being irrational, or my mom saying, you're ruining Easter because I'm upset, because I'm crying, because I'm criticizing, because I'm expressing how I feel, because I'm expressing what I need. So I should shut up, and I'm ruining Easter, not them that actually did ruin it. For me, it doesn't matter. I should just swallow it, and you know, as long as they're okay, as long as I don't feel, as long as I don't have needs that are my own, then everything's fine. As long as on the outside it's fine, everything's fine. Okay, it's okay. Whatever. I'm gonna go and see if Chahirigo is open and get some lamb. I don't know. Oh, and then I get criticized for not having money, but I can't. I never am able to not. I have to buy my own stuff, and when people ruin it, I have to buy my own stuff, and whatever. Gortușică. Good dog.
Să mă gândesc, eu sunt cam lungi astea. În sfârșit e bine.
Ce sunt lungi?
Bluzele astea.
Păi nu e bine să fie lungi? E frumos să fie lung. Mie îmi place să fie lung. Asta e o lungime bună, nu e prea lungă, nu e prea scurtă.
Ok.
Oh.
A dormit mai bine, am înțeles.
Am auzit și eu, nu? Good dog. Mi se pare că s-a răcorit și uită-te la el. Nu-i se pare că s-a răcorit.
A fost mai
Dacă
tare.
lăsăm urechile deschise, așa mai intră puțin aer pe acolo.
Dar e mai bine infecția aia să mai rezolvă.
Și vei târziu.
2 nopți am dormit pe puțin. De la 4
Vai de mine.
și de la 2.
Da, eu aseară de la 3 am dormit, cred. Că am mâncat carne, nu știam ce să mănânc. Nu, că nu se digere, nici încă nu s-a digerat. Am mâncat și puțin kimchi să se digere.
Tot carnea îmi face mai bine.
Și el se uită, nu se-ar mișca deloc. Acum o să se miște, că de ce ai plecat de lângă el?
Nu se mișcă, tu nu vezi? Eu cum intru? Doar să-i mulțumesc, să-i zic. Că la ei e târziu. Cât e? +7. Cât e acum la noi? 11 și cu 7, 18 e. Cât e? Suntem în 17, da?
16.
17.
A zis 16.
E 6,56.
Da, ce dată e? 16 sau 17?
16.
Iată,
Da, nu știu. 17.
16.
17 ani, uite aici, 17. Uite,
E 17.
Ieri avea
Paștele,
16.
nu?
Ok, da.
Așa.
Mie mi-era ieri 15. Vai, ce greu să downloadează asta.
Și duminică 16. Cum 16?
Păi duminică e 16.
16 astăzi?
E 17 mai.
E 16. Voi sunteți pe ora Bucureștiului, poate. Nu, nici atunci n-ar avea
Nu,
sens.
uite aici scrie.
Dar îți spun eu că celularul meu este
E adevărat
16.
că e 16.
E 16. E 16, nu 17. Duminică? Duminică 16. Luni e 17.
Și am
Nu
văzut
știu că poate să fie
17.
între cu tableta și calculatorul și celularul poate să fie atât de greu să știi
Și
data.
de ce că e 2017.
Ah.
Și eu nu l-am privit decât 17.
Tu ai vrut să fie
Dar nu-mi dau
17.
seama.
Dar de ce trebuie să știi data? De ce
Îi
scrii?
pun dată întotdeauna, 16 aprilie.
Ah, la
Mulțumesc
e-mail.
lui Gabi, dragă Gabi. Gabi, am pus-o sus.
E bine că s-a înregistrat toată asta.
Serios?
Da, nu, dar zic, chiar e bine că a fost tare, nu știu.
Puteam să jur că e 17, că așa a fost în mintea mea, 17.
Păi da, și atunci tu ai văzut ce ai vrut să vezi. Ai văzut 17, zicea, da, uite, e 17. Good morning. Happy Easter for those celebrating Easter. I'm not really celebrating it this year. I think this is the first year that I really don't feel like I'm celebrating Easter. Even if it's in a, family small setting celebration, still doesn't feel like it. This is driving me crazy. I cannot upload this. Hold on. Whether you have experienced the relationship, the coffee, or other drug kind of symptoms of, oh my gosh, this is so good, or it's just your normal life, it just is what it is, and then you quit it willingly or unwillingly, and you go through guilt, fear. Actually, guilt and fear is why I stopped, because I felt guilty and fearful of everything. I was second guessing, oh my gosh, if I'm going to think this, I'm going to have something bad happen to me, or I'm going to go to hell. That wasn't really most of what I was thinking, except for like a little short while. But other than that, it was more just, oh, something bad is going to happen. I don't think that's real. I don't think that's productive either. I don't think that you need that to keep in line. To be a good person, I think, is very different than being kept in line. And then you shouldn't do things out of guilt or fear. If you do things out of guilt or fear, they're not sincere, and God knows, or however you call God in your language or in your religion. I think almost all religions have one deity, one ultimate being of power. I can't think of, planets and everything keep having a bigger, Earth is to the sun like we are to this deity in whatever religion you are. The sun is to the black hole in the center of the galaxy the same way, and that is probably the same way to the center of the universe, where we're all kind of spewing away from, and who knows what that is from. And so I don't think there is like a limit. I think it's kind of like a very human concept of limit, because it's hard to think of limitless and always and never ending, because I was doing it so much out of fear, and it was controlling my life in a very negative way, emotionally affecting me, physically affecting me, and it wasn't a positive effect. I was more and more and more and more and more troubled and anxious all the time. Everything the opposite of what you're trying to do. You know, guilty. If you feel like a horrible being, then it meant that you're very... And I thought that was crap. That's crap. You want to achieve a higher self of yourself. You want to achieve a better self of yourself. Every second that passes, every minute, every day, every hour, every week, month, year, so on and so forth. But not consciously. If you do it consciously by force, then you're not doing it. You're not changing. You're just lying to yourself, really. So if you just kind of have the foundation that's good, the foundation of, I just want to be good, that's all. Everything else kind of stems, and you make the right choices because you know the goal deep inside. You know the goal, so the choices just make themselves that way. And trusting that you are a good person and believing that you are a good person, it's really important. So that's kind of my journey. It started years ago. Oh my gosh, his choice, I could never make that choice. I was at my lowest, I think, where he was, I was this past semester. This semester, I still count in semesters, and I'm so far from school. This past fall. That choice never even entered my mind. I think that it is what it is. Not even going to try to get into or even think and try to share my opinion, because I don't have one at the moment, as to if you are in that category where that is a choice for you, what is the better choice? I don't think it's as clear cut as people say. That's all I'm going to say, because anything else would get me into trouble. The seed was implanted by Natalie Portman, actually, on Inside the Actors Studio. When she said that she thinks it's just as bad, and, you know, she wants to do good things because she wants to do good things, not because she has to do good things. She doesn't want to think about whether there's hell or heaven. She just wants to do good to do good. That's it. That's how it actually started. I didn't go to any other thing. I refuse anything that's man led, because humans leading humans is human. But there are people like Wayne Dyer, like Eckhart Tolle, and other people that sort of have a glimpse of that. Russell Brand actually is one of them too. And there are philosophies that come close to it, but at the end of the day, you have all the information in your DNA, and you just listen to that. It's easier said than done. We're not trained to hear that voice. Even with meditation, I think it's difficult, and not everyone can achieve hearing that voice, but I think it starts there. Even though I have never meditated, I try, but I think I meditate, like active meditation, where I constantly think of things as I'm walking around. So I don't sit there in silence, which I need to, but I always think, and I always feel, and I always think about how I feel and everything, and I'm so in touch with what's going on in me. I had kombucha for the first time, got excited, then got not excited. This is the kombucha I had, because it's great for, especially for candida, because it has probiotics and detoxing and all this stuff. And then I got excited, and then I also read, but it can kill you. It can cause liver damage or toxicity, kidney toxicity, and acidosis, which is a low pH, I guess, of your blood. The acid in your system hasn't been taken out, or it's overloaded. Your blood is becoming too acidic. So it can either like heal me or kill me. No pun intended for the Korean drama that I have not watched. I guess it feels no different than people getting on prescription medication and saying, this side effects include worsening of your symptoms, other diseases developing, or different things failing, or death. So I guess it's not different at all, but it's just kind of, it's tiring. I like that it tastes so much like socata, which is fermented elderberry tea. That. Way too much of that. I just kept eating and eating way my sorrows. I'm gonna go to the bathroom now and charge you. And oh, and I have to buy you as well. I just ordered you. I found my gift cards. And I also I wanted to order you a shell. So when I carry you in my bag, you don't get scratched. Screen protector thing. And it's 7:24 and I have my interview in about an hour and a little bit. And I'm getting nervous, even though technically I don't want to do this because of the political issues right now in that region, because of the acting thing, but more so the political thing. A lot more so the political thing, which I'm sorry. I feel bad saying that. So I'm not sure where that is at. Also, I have heartburn. I have chest pain, heartburn stuff. I don't know what from. It could be the Nutella cake, or it could be the kombucha, or combination of those two, and nerves, like anger nerves. And then I'm also getting nervous about tomorrow. I think I'm going to go with juggling, so I need to juggle something because I don't want to dance. Oh, no. I wasn't juggling. I was going to do sit-ups, or not, squats. Yeah, there you go. Squats or dancing. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. I should go to bed early. I tried napping. It wasn't working too well. And one more thing, it's really, really, really hot. I'm kind of in a weird space. Yeah. Okay, so I totally almost got the time wrong. It was at 8, not at 9. So here we go. I'm so completely unprepared. Oh gosh. Do I even look nice? Why is my password not working? Gosh. Oh my goodness. I am so nervous, especially since I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna turn you actually. Application, that's kind of it. I don't know. Only thing is, I don't know what I should answer for. Why are you doing this? I did. I started in kindergarten with English, and then I continued with Lexis. I think it was a combination of being scared of doing another 4+ years, and not sure exactly what I wanted to do still. And so the entrepreneurship was something that was pretty tied to my business background, and I thought I wanted to kind of solidify that at that time. Lately, I've been thinking of how to bridge gaps between people, and I thought language was number one place to start. I don't think it's I mean, people live there, so why couldn't I live there? So many people right now, I saw so many people through YouTube traveling to teach English there from the US, and like it seems, I don't see why it would be a challenge besides the language, which I already started learning, and the food culture, which I'm sort of starting to get familiar with as much as I can here. I kind of, for me personally, I love cultures and languages, so I want the new experience. That kind of communication as well. Body language, I think, is important too, even though that might not seem like the first thing to think about, but just showing them that I care about them individually, that they're not just someone else in the class, and I'm just teaching this one concept no matter who is there, I think. I don't know.
Okay.
Thank you. 감사합니다. Skype is closing. Alrighty. I kind of prepared so much because in Taiwan, the Taiwanese one, it was so much more. So I have all this stuff that I need to clean up now. It's okay. Oh my gosh, the nerves. I hate when people are so intimidating. So that's how it was. That's how it went. I don't know. I recorded it. Oh my gosh, he was so intimidating. So intimidating. I felt like everything that I answered, he did not like. I felt like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna cry. It's so weird because, like I said, it's so weird because, like I said, I feel very conflicted about choosing this for so many reasons. And it's so like me to want to do good and to be accepted no matter what. And in this interview, I mentioned that I would feel uncomfortable going to not a metropolitan area. I was thinking, I wanted to start instantly crying and thinking, oh, that kind of just screwed me over and there go my chances. But at the same time, I was glad and I wouldn't have changed that. I was glad to have said that because it's true and it's better to be honest than to not be honest. I mean, it's scary enough to go to a different country as is, and when you have something that you're really not comfortable with, that's, I think, even worse. And I think for sure, especially there was a friend of a friend who told me, this isn't the only way to do this. And so it might be the better option, but it's not the only way, and it'll be whatever it will be. I'm curious. I can't imagine what they'll say. In 2 days, I'll find out if I passed or not passed. But I just want to cry. Oh my gosh, I hate interviewing. Mostly because I didn't feel prepared for the questions, How would you handle kids in class that were disruptive and all this stuff? And I'm like, oh my gosh, crap, I don't know. I'm not experienced. I don't know. And my philosophy, and when you start talking and you're like, oh, I have an answer, I have this, I got this, and you start talking, I'm like, oh wait, I don't have it. This is all sounding so, I'm going nowhere with this. Oh my gosh, just shut up, Arena. This is worse. You're making it worse. Just shut up. And that's how it was. So there we go. This isn't going away. This is what you get for popping pimples. I don't feel like my enthusiasm was as much as it was for Taiwan. Because at that time, that's the only thing I had. And now I'm so conflicted with this. It doesn't feel right. But not in a fear way. But in a, I have other things I want to do way. Yeah. All right. So that's that. Off to eat. Oh, look at this. For this, I don't know. I didn't think they'd ask it. I haven't done this since, we did a couple times, since 25th of February. We do more of that, but in Chinese as well. And I'm gonna speak in Chinese. I'm gonna do one of these in Chinese. Don't get excited. I can only say like 3 sentences, but I don't know. I'm on that kind of track right now. And I said 감사합니다, and he's like, okay. I'm like, oh. Like they said to like show that you can, if you know Korean, just show it. And I'm like, oh gosh. But I would have regretted not saying it, so it's better if he didn't take it well, rather than me not saying it and regretting it and thinking, oh, what if I did say that? So yeah. Off to learn some Chinese. Shake this off. Japanese.